Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is January 2nd, and we are going to take a look at Tesla and Palantir stock from a weekly technical analysis perspective. This is the type of live I am doing every week for my members, but because we are beginning the new year, I'm going to do it for free and make it public so that you get to know a little bit what we are doing for my YouTube members. So first off, what I wanted to talk about is the vehicle production and deliveries that Tesla released. We are January 2nd, so they released it exactly today. So let's take a look at this a little bit. So I'm gonna make sure that my picture is not in the way. So these are the Q3 delivery numbers. So the Q3 delivery numbers, Model S and X, we delivered 8,941 and we delivered 9,200 something. Model 3, 228 for a total of 237. Let's only look at the production, because the deliveries, you can have some problems when you deliver something, so it does not really matter. What matters most is the production numbers, because Tesla is ramping up production of Model S and X that have received a refresh, so that's pretty important, and are also ramping up Model 3 and Y at the Fremont factory and in Shanghai. So what numbers do we have right now for Q4? So Q4, Tesla has produced 13,000 Model S and X instead of 8,900 for last quarter. So if I'm good at math, it's almost a 50% increase. So that's quite a lot. And for Model 3 and X, we are at 228,000. And right now for Q4, we are at 292,000. So this is quite a lot for a total so Q3, 237,000 approximately. And Q4, we are at 305,000 numbers. So Yes, Dante. I think that these are really good production numbers. Hello, IT QR. So these are really good production numbers, and let's look at what the analysts were thinking that Tesla was going to achieve. So let's go switch to Hypercharts. So this is a great site that show us visually great graphics for several companies. So let's look at Tesla here. So this is the Q3 column right here, and then you can see a little pop over here. So we are at 241,000 cars overall in Q3. That was okay. This is the delivery numbers. Sorry, I don't know if they have the production, but let's look at the delivery numbers. Okay, they are pretty close to the production. So deliveries, 241,000. Let's look at what some analysts were expecting. So if we go here on community forecast, let's not look at this guy here, because this guy made a prediction just today. So I guess he looked at the numbers today and predicted those same numbers. So we won't look at this guy. So William Gomez, let's look at him. So he was expecting Tesla to deliver 264,000. Gali, who is the owner of Hyperchart, was expecting a delivery of 266. Elon's World, I don't know this guy, 264. Are you catching my drift here? And Q4, Tapio. So Tapio said 284. LG Investments. So these guys must be pretty smart, huh? LG, it sounds great. 285. Nico. Nico was expecting 265. So a lot of them are around the 265 numbers. Sabi was at 270. And Mo 260. So okay, this was the expectations that I could find out. I don't know if you found out other expectations, but basically Tesla crushed it. So we had a few people that were expecting around 284,000, and Tesla crushed it with 305,840 cars produced and 308 that were delivered. So seeing this, I cannot help but think that tomorrow there's a possibility that Tesla will skyrocket. There's a definite possibility. So let's look at the Tesla charts, and then we are going to look, as we do every single week, we are going to take a look at Palantir stock also. So let's look at Tesla stock. So I am using TradingView for the people that don't know. So what we do is every single day I do a daily video on Tesla and Palantir, and I do the technical analysis for Tesla and Palantir, and on the weekend I do the weekly analysis. So let me just do a recap for the daily analysis right here. So we had a nice run. We had a nice run here that started December 21st with this nice green candle, and we were following this downward resistance here. So for the people that don't know it, we take a look at support and resistance, and when the stock breaks a resistance, if the indicators are right, we go in and we try to make some money. So this was the resistance that we were following right here, and Tesla was trying in December to break that resistance. So it was trying right here, it tried right here, and these were not broken. So these attempts did not succeed in breaking that resistance. But then we took a look at this here on the 1 hour chart, and we saw on the 1 hour chart that on December 21st at 3:30, Tesla broke this resistance, and that told us to go in and buy the stock. What did happen? The stock went up to 11.15 and then came a little bit back down, and we were looking at the support at 10.54.69. And we were looking at this support and trying to see if Tesla was going to break below it. If Tesla was going to break below it, we would have been concerned, and we would have protected ourselves. So we could have just bought a put, sold some stocks, depending on what we want to do. But we checked that, and what happened on Friday is that we went very close to this 10.54.69. We went super close. As a matter of fact, let me just get this right. As a matter of fact, we went down to, if I can get this number here, we went down to 10.54.59. So we broke it by 10 cents, but sometimes you need to give it a little bit of a wiggle room. So we came down here and we came back up. This is what this little wick here indicates, is that during this hour, because I am looking at the 1 hour chart, so each candle equals 1 hour of trading. So during that hour, we came down to 10.54.59 and then came back up. And if we look at the 5-minute chart, we see exactly how that happened. So see here, we came back down at 15.50. This is the metric system. I'm Canadian. So 10 to 4 we came down here, and 5 to 4 we came back up here. And look at the volume here. Look at the volume for the last 5 minutes compared to what the volume was before. So Tesla touched that support and seems to have rebounded on the 5-minute chart. So this is good news. And our indicators, so stochastic, we like stochastic to be at over 60. When stochastic is at over 60, it means that the move that we see in the stock should last. This is what stochastic over 60 means. This is why I have this green thumb up. So green thumb up means that this indicator is telling us that that we should go long. And I have 4 indicators here. I have the RSI. This one, we like this one to be over 50, and this is what it's showing right now. And we like when MACD crosses over bullish. This is when the blue line goes over the orange line, and we have a green thumb up for that. And the DMI, this is yet another indicators, and I look at all of these indicators together because they each have their own personality, and they show a different way of expressing what the stock will do. And I'll go to the comments in a few minutes. I'll just finish doing my analysis for Tesla daily, weekly, monthly, and then before switching to Palantir, I'm going to switch to you guys in the comments and answer questions or read your comments. So this is the daily chart. So we are trying with Tesla, if you see it here, Tesla is trying to break this resistance right here. So we have yet another resistance that I have not talked about yet. This is the other one here. So Tesla is trying to break that one. So it broke this one here. It broke this one here, and now it's trying to break that one. So this is a bigger one to break because it was in effect since November 4th. So the more a resistance has existed in time, the stronger it is. And also, the more times a stock tries to break it, the stronger it is. So this is a quite strong resistance. So we tried to break it on November 5th. We tried to break it November 23rd. We tried to break it December 1st. And we tried to break it not too long ago, December 28th. So the big question is, are we going to break it on Monday? Are we going to break it on Monday? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But looking at the production numbers, looking at the deliveries, looking at what people were expecting Tesla to do, there are good chances that this is possible. Okay, let me take a look at the weekly chart now. I'm going to have to just erase a few things here. So in terms of the weekly chart, the stock is stuck between 881 and 1200. So this is what we call in technical analysis, this is what we call a congestion zone. This is a congestion, so the stock is supposed to be doing that. Not this last part that I did, but between 881 and 1200. This is what the stock is supposed to do. And so far it has been doing that. You know, we broke a little bit 1200 on November 1st. Week of November 1st. Now each candle equals a week of trading. So we broke 1200 a little bit here, then came down, and then came down to 881, and now we are, it seems like we are going back up. So we still have some ways to go, and so it's really possible that Tesla goes back to 1200 easily, because this is what the weekly chart is telling us, and Tesla is supposed to go between 881 and 1200 and oscillate between the two. It's hard to pinpoint exactly when it's going to reach 1200. Is it going to be next week or the week after or 3 weeks from now? This is hard to pinpoint, but we know that the stock is going to oscillate between these two numbers. Now, if we look at the indicators a little bit to give us a different slant of what is happening with Tesla on the weekly chart. So we have stochastic at 68, and remember when I say when stochastic is over 60, it should go up. The move that we are currently in should continue. So stochastic is over 60, so that's the positive here. RSI is over 50, that's the positive here. We have a MACD crossover, so MACD crossed over approximately on August 23rd. So MACD told us August 23rd by crossing the blue line over the orange line. It told us Tesla is a buy. And if you had listened to MACD on August 23rd, you would have gone into the stock and you would still be in that stock. So this is just a small example to show how technical analysis can be very powerful. And DMI is also green. So so from a technical analysis, from a weekly technical analysis perspective, Tesla is in a bullish mode. Now let's look at the monthly chart, because we just closed the month of December not too long ago. So let me remove these, let me remove these drawings a little bit. Okay, I had drawn some other things last week, so these are the remainders of what we have here. So on the monthly chart, we have this channel here. So Tesla is in a upward channel. It has been into this channel since March of last year. So it was a really nice, well, we are still in the bull trend of Tesla. If we look at the monthly chart, each candle is now worth 1 month of trading. So look at how the stock is obeying to the channel here. So look, month after month after month here. So March, April, May, June, July, blah blah blah. Look at this, it's following this support line. It's following it, following it, following it. This is not a coincidence, this is a pattern. So blah 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 blah, and then we are going towards the top of that channel. So this is a resistance and we could not break it, so we came back down. So it took like 5-6 months to come back down to that support right here, and we even broke that support. But as it is often the case when a stock is in a channel like this, there sometimes can be a double support. So this is what I drew here. So number 2 here is the second channel, as I call it, and the first channel is that one here. So the stock used a lower support, but look at how it obeyed to that new support. So I can argue that May was almost touching that support. June, July, August, September, October, you know, all of these candles are now touching this second support. And now what we have done is that we went so high to go back again to that resistance right here, the same slope of resistance here. We have touched it in November, and now we are coming back down. So December we came back down, but then we're pushed back up. So there's a possibility. I am just here to give you all of the possibilities and you make your own decisions. So there's a possibility that we go sideways a little bit until we touch this support right here before going back up. There's a possibility that the stock does that, but there's also a possibility that the stock just goes and shoot up because of the production numbers. So this is what we are going to take a look at Monday. So Monday, after the trading day at around 5 o'clock, I will release my daily analysis of Tesla based on what happened Monday. So there you go. I am finished with Tesla in the nicest sense of the word. And now let me take a look at the comments a little bit. Hello IT. Salut Vincent, I'm assuming you speak French. Nice increase. Let me show you all the comments I had. Those are some amazing numbers. Should be a good month for Tesla. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm very happy. I'm full of expectations and full of excitement. Gonna break out of the bear trend. Yes, I don't disagree. This is a definite possibility. New 52-week high after Q4 earnings. Yes, that's a good point, because production numbers are nice, but what I find moves the stock a little bit more are the earnings call. You know, the earnings call when Tesla releases the profits. So I think Wall Street is looking at the profits a little bit more than they are looking at production numbers. But I think that they should be getting smarter now, because you know, there's a direct correlation, I would even say a causation, between the production numbers and the profits that Tesla can make. And I think that Wall Street is beginning to understand that Tesla is not a fluke. This is a great company, and Elon is a genius. So let's say it. So I think that they are starting to really understand that Tesla needs to be taken seriously. It was not like that in the past. So they are now taking Tesla more seriously. So I think that there's a possibility that only looking at the production numbers, they might adjust their their price target for Tesla stock. So definitely after the profits are released for Q4, definitely this will have a great impact, but I hope that this impact will happen before. Where do you think the stock, let me read this, where do you think the stock will go come Monday? Usually dips short term on earnings day. Yeah, but this is not an earnings day, even if numbers are good. This is not earnings day. So so I try not to do predictions. I try to spot trends, and when there's a change in trend, I tell you, and then you decide what you want to do. So as for this example here, so this was a downtrend here, downtrend, and I followed it with you guys every single day. And when Tesla broke it, we spotted it on the 1 hour chart. Then I mentioned it, and you make your own decisions and you decide if you enter in the stock. I went long at, but basically this is what I do. I don't predict, you know, Tesla will be at this price exactly on this date. I don't think anybody can do it. You have some people that predict, well, Tesla will be at 3,000 per share in 2 years. Okay, they can say that. They might be right, but are we going to wait for 2 years and come back to that video and put their feet to the fire if they were not right? So basically, I don't play that game. So, but what I will tell you is check this number here. Check because this is the candle that will be made on Monday, and if we reach above, and let me be precise for you guys. So I will look at the stock during the day, and I will know at the same times as you guys. So if Tesla stock breaks 1098, not 1100, 1098, to me, Tesla will have broken this resistance right here. I would wait approximately an hour. So I would let the stock break 1098 for more than 1 hour and close outside here. And at that point, you can decide to buy the stock. because then we will have the confirmation that the downward bear trend has been broken. And when the trend has been broken, it's time to get into the stock. If it's a resistance that has been broken, if it's a support that has been broken, then it's time to go short. So let me just repeat. If Tesla breaks this line right here, I like to add a stochastic over 60. This is the 60 line here. So I like to have stochastic over 60 at the same time as a confirmation. And the other indicators should follow not too long after. So for me, I am waiting for that in order to decide. Voila. Sorry, that was a long answer. Dante, okay, well, apparently I answered it. How come you prefer to do TA for Palantir and not others? That's a good question. Well, because I believe in Palantir. I think they have created something very special. And because it's so special, it's not very easy to understand for the Wall Street analysts. So I think the stock is I think the stock is going to go super far, but people don't know about it yet. And I thought to myself, let me do technical analysis for this unknown stock, and when it's going to become known, then people are going to see that I have been following it for 1 year prior. So I thought that in terms of algorithms, YouTube algorithms, I thought that this, well, I still think it, I think that this will help my channel. But they have done something very special, and Peter Thiel is a super smart guy, and also the CEO of Palantir, super smart guy. And when I watched their product demos, they think in terms of personas. So very few software companies do, and I think it's very important. I think it's very important to think that way. I am I'm trained as a software engineer, even though I didn't program for a long time, but I have designed applications, software applications, and also did some user experience design. So they have that understanding of software, and not a lot of companies have that understanding, and Microsoft does not. Apple does a little bit. So I trust them. I trust them based on what I see from them. Okay, so Real Futurist, love your analysis. May subscribe for this weekly. Well, thank you very much, Real Futurist. In fact, if you subscribe to my channel, I do a daily analysis. So I check Palantir and Tesla every single day. So each daily candle, I analyze what is happening every single day. So when a stock moves up and breaks something, if you watch my YouTube channel, you will be the first to know. Dante, funny enough, before I found this YouTube channel, I was strictly invested in Palantir. That's when I knew this was the channel for me. Yes, I invested in them. Bam, bingo. Because of high conviction. Fellow Canadians, Dante, greetings. Ah, yes, Edmonton. Yeah, I've been to Edmonton once, minus 35. Remember it. And it's the same in Quebec too. But, well, it's not that bad. I want you to know that I watch the videos you upload every day, and it helps me a lot. Ah, well, I'm very happy. I'm very happy about that. This is why I'm doing this. I want to share what I know. I don't know everything. I make mistakes still, but I like to share what I know. Lauren, Ottawa, hello. We will break it. I guess depends on what the media is going to do with the news. Yes, that's a good point, huh? So the media is, I think they are biased sometimes, and some other times they are blind. So, and people that don't know better just listen to what the media says, and people that don't think for themselves, I'm sorry to say that, but I prefer to, so what the media will say will have an impact. So this is one of the reasons why I cannot predict what Tesla is going to do on Monday exactly, because I don't know what is going to happen on Monday. So far, the articles that we see on the internet about the production numbers are all great, but we don't know what kind of FUD will happen on Monday, if any. Media is mostly upbeat this time. Yes, I agree. Palantir, good vibes, and Javier. Yeah, yes. Well, this is public. This is free. So this is what I am doing now. I usually do once a week for my YouTube members. It only costs $5 a month to become a member. But all of my daily videos, I do them for free. So yes, it's nice to see a lot of people here. And I did this one free just so, because I wanted people to know what I do a little bit more. I believe in Palantir. What are your preferred ways of trading? Usually by calls. Well, I own shares. I own shares when I believe in the company. Like Tesla, I own Tesla shares. I've owned them well. Yes, let me tell you a little bit what I do. So my channel is called the Daily Trader because I trade more than I invest. So I've been long Tesla in stock. Let me show you. So I invested in Tesla. Well, I have been following Tesla for several years. Last time, but I get in and out of Tesla depending on the trend, on the daily trend. So I got in at $300, buying shares before the split, and I rode that baby for a while. Then around February of 2020, the stock started to go down a little bit. So I sold. So I sold at around before split it was at around maybe 700 something. It was approximately here on the chart. So I sold here when it broke here. It broke it came back up to retest and then came back down. So I was out of Tesla here and I let it drop. I don't buy the dip. I sell everything. I let the stock dip until it stops dipping and starts going back up again. So then I get back in. So I don't buy the dip, because if you buy the dip, you will buy, and that's fair. That's completely fair. That's a type of strategy, and if you want to do it and you want to dollar cost average, fine, you can do it. But I don't do it because I don't like buying when there's a downtrend. So I don't like to catch a falling knife, I let the knife fall and then I pick it up by the handle. If I try to catch it when it falls, then you can get caught. So I don't like to do that. And then when I saw here that it started to go back again, it broke this resistance. It's the same rules, huh? It broke that downward resistance, and stochastic was over 60, and RSI was over 50, and MACD was crossing over bullish, and DMI also. So I bought that 545, I think, at the time. And the rest is history. And I sold here again. So I sold when it broke this support right here. I sold. I let it drop. And then, I sometimes buy calls and puts. So so this is more the trading part. So I get in and out when there are little moves like this, and I got back in with shares at around 765 and held it until 1200 and got out at 1200. And here I played with puts. So I bought a put here because I wanted to protect my shares that I had at 1200. So I bought a put there, and then I decided to sell the shares because on the 1 hour chart things were not looking very good. So I saw this big gap down here, big gap down, and I decided to sell the shares and keep the put. So that was a great move because the put took a lot of value, and then I bought a call and blah 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 blah. So but now I have been back in here, and I am still in with shares, and I have a call on top of it. So I don't do very sophisticated option strategies. I am looking into that, but I wanted to get better at technical analysis first before doing options, because you need to have a sense of what the stock is going to do before you buy options. If not, you are just playing casino. So I did not want to do that. Greetings, Steve from Sydney, Australia. Watch your videos daily, sometimes in retrospect, to get better confidence in your analysis. Tesla looking good. When you're going in Twitter, yes, the new year, I guess I should create a Twitter account and just put my daily videos there. I'm thinking about doing that, Steve. Thanks for the suggestion. Do you watch the minute chart when the market is open, or do you stick? I watch, okay, when there's a potential move. So when a stock tries to break a resistance, when a stock is very close to breaking a resistance, on the Monday I will go to the 1 minute chart and try to see where things are going at. But then I try to quickly switch to the 1 hour chart. Because if you enter a stock on the 5 minute chart, you should be willing to exit the stock on the 5 minute chart also. So if you get in at the 1 minute chart, you should get out at the 1 minute chart. If you get in at the 5 minute chart, you should get out of at the 5 minute chart. But sometimes you can convert up. So sometimes you can go back into the 5 minute chart or 1 minute chart to get a good entry, and then you pull back to the 1 hour chart. And if things are going well, it's still going to show a buy signal on the 1 hour chart a little bit later, and you can still ride that. So there's a possibility to do that, but this only works when the stock is already almost ready at the 1 hour chart or at the daily chart. So when to have a significant move for a stock at a particular time frame, you have to have the higher time frame agree or be almost ready to agree. I hope that this helps a bit. Definitely do not get on Twitter. Okay. Why not? AK? Why not? Okay. So let me do Palantir quickly. It's been time flies when you're having fun. Okay. So Palantir. Let me go to the daily chart. So Palantir. This is a little bit sad. I'm just sad that. The technicals for the stock does not reflect what I believe in the company. But I buy not because of fundamentals. I buy because the technicals are there on a company that is fundamentally great. So I only follow great companies. So Palantir, I think, is a great company. Tesla is a great company. Then not that well. I don't necessarily invest right away because it's a great company. This great company can still be in a downtrend, and I don't buy into a downtrend. I'll wait for the trend to go down and finish and turn around, and I'm gonna buy at the beginning of the bull trend. So this is why I am disappointed in the technicals of Palantir, because the technicals are, this is what it is. So Palantir has been into a congestion zone, big congestion zone, it's going up and down between these two lines, 1782 and 2960. Look at this, I cannot make this up. It's been doing that since November of 2020. It's easy to see. It's right there. It doesn't mean that you cannot do. It does not mean that you cannot make money. You can make money when Palantir goes around 18 bucks, 17.80, blah blah blah, and then you can take a nice swing. So I have taken swings here. This is why I am a trader and not an investor. So I take swings, and I try to take swings both ways when it's clear and blah blah blah. But yeah. So right now Palantir is at the bottom of the congestion zone. So in theory, what should be happening is that Palantir should at least go back to this resistance right here. So there's a resistance inside the overall bigger resistance at 2960. So looking at the stock market is like looking at fractals. If you open something, you see a pattern, and you open it, then you see another pattern. And the way you open is when you go from the monthly chart, weekly chart, daily chart, hourly chart, blah 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 blah. So there's patterns within patterns, and this is what I find fascinating. So okay, so we have one main horizontal resistance, one declining resistance right here. Let me change mode here. So we have this resistance right here. So once we break 1910, this will mean that maybe Palantir is starting to go towards this number here. So towards 23 bucks. 23.13, 23.74. But there's also a possibility that we get stopped at 2010, because 2010 looks like to be, so we have a congestion zone right here, and we seem to have a second congestion zone that's on top of the first one. So to be more sure, once Palantir breaks 2010, then the target is going to be 23.13. So to me, and let me make this a bit more clear here. So to me, 2010 is the bigger resistance that Palantir needs to break. Then if we break this 23.13, blah blah blah, then the next stop is going to be around here, 27.39, and if we can do this, then there's 29.60. But then at that point, the stock can still come back down. So the big thing for Palantir is once we break 29.60, that is going to be super significant. Before then, this is just the zigzag within the congestion zone. But once it breaks 29.60, then things have dramatically changed, because we almost never traded above that, except a little bit here at the beginning of this year. Okay, so and if we look at our indicators, so see, stochastic is not even at 60, so this is not good. RSI under 50, this is not good. MACD broke over bullish though. So the blue line is over the orange line. So from the MACD perspective, the stock is going to trend up. Just like MACD was calling for the Tesla bullish move. Remember what I showed you? Where was it? Right here, huh? So we had the MACD August 23rd. So it called it a long time in advance. And sometimes it's wrong, but sometimes it's right. And now it's calling it now. It is calling it now. I don't buy only watching one indicator. I buy when we break a resistance or break in support, and I sell, coupled with stochastic over 60 or under 60 if I want to go short, and RSI above or below 50, blah blah blah, and you get the drift. Okay, so let's go see the weekly chart. So from a weekly chart perspective, what do we see? So on the weekly chart, we are into a descending channel here for Palantir. So this is going down like this, but we are also at the same time into this broader congestion zone. And we seem to have plateaued a little bit here, because during the past 4 weeks, we have been almost plateauing. Except that we have a close here, and I have this support here at 1843. So we closed below 1843. So this is not looking super good from a weekly, more longer term perspective. So it's possible that we go back down to 1713 looking at the weekly chart, because this is the decreasing channel right here, and we have a middle line inside that channel, and Palantir is really under that channel. It's really under the middle line of the channel, and it seems to have a hard time going back up. So from a weekly perspective, which is a more longer term perspective than a daily chart, this is not looking as good. And if we look at the stochastic at 3, so extremely low, RSI at 36, so a long way from 50. MACD is bearish, and DMI is bullish though. So DMI is the only indicator that is bullish. So we'll see what happens. Then if we look at the monthly chart, let me remove a little bit of my drawings here. Okay, sorry to make you wait a little bit. So from a monthly perspective, things are not good either. Things can change, but I am looking at it from a purely technical monthly perspective. So we were into this congestion zone. You know, this is a nice pattern, between 21.25 and 27.55, going month after month after month after month, and now we broke below 21.25. So this is really bad from a monthly perspective. So there you have it. Depending on the time frame that you want to look at. So far on the daily chart, the stock seems to be plateauing. So plateauing is better than going down. So the stock is plateauing, but if we break, I hate it when it does that. If we break, let me just give you this number. If we break 1782, be careful if you are long. I would almost get out of the stock if it breaks 1782. And if you are not in Palantir, I don't have any Palantir shares at all, and I'm not getting any before we hit 2010. That's it. I don't have to have a more complex strategy than that. 2010 if you want to go in, and if you want to go short, 1782. And we just have to wait and watch the stock, and when it does what we, well, if one of our triggers is hit, then we can move, and if not, we just wait like the hunters that are in their little shacks in the tree. They just wait. So most of the time we wait, but when the deer shows its head, we are ready. Okay, sorry. Do get on Twitter. Okay, well, thank you. Okay, I will consider it. Alex, hello Alex. Thank you for this live. Well, my pleasure. So there you have it. So I wanted to do this live for free so that you get an idea of what we are doing here on this channel every Sunday. So we take a look at the past week and the past month from a technical analysis perspective for Tesla and Palantir. And so this costs, what I have done today for you guys costs $5 a month. This is, so you need to become a YouTube member in order to access this, except for today, which I wanted to make it free to publicize myself. So $5 a month, YouTube member, and I do this every Sunday. Free. When it's free, well, every daily video analysis for Tesla and Palantir is free on this channel, so you can subscribe. So sorry, let me just get back to my thing here. So there you have it. So thank you very much, guys. It's $5 a month. Okay, let me read your comments one last time, and then I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my Sunday. Not that I didn't enjoy this, but I will enjoy other things. What Tesla? Okay, so X Flixer, because Tesla is a company that will achieve great things, and I think Tesla is going to make a lot of millionaires still. Yeah, this is just a company that will change the world. And Palantir, also, it's a great company. You can watch the video where I talk about Palantir. I've talked about Palantir about half an hour ago. So yes, Dante, you make me laugh. You make me laugh. Okay, so great. So thank you very much, guys. It was great to do this weekly thing for the public. So if you, okay, I'm gonna stop selling now, and I'm just going to wish you a great rest of Sunday. Subscribe and join me so that we can take a look Monday at 4 or 5 o'clock. It is not going to be live on weekdays. So on weekdays, I do the videos and I release them on my channel. And it's only live on Sundays if you are a member at $5 a month. I don't think I was really clear. So to become a member, you subscribe first, and then you will see a join button next to the subscribe button. So I hope to see you all tomorrow. Even though it's not going to be live, I'm going to be releasing the videos analyzing what happened Monday for Tesla and Palantir. So thank you very much. Thank you very much to all, and I'm gonna wish you a great end of Sunday, and I'm gonna tell you à la prochaine.